Hello and welcome. I'm Rena and this is my channel, The City That Book. Now if you like books, the occasional travel, bookish or not, and don't mind listening to an obsessive, list-loving millennial talk about books, then you're in the right place, so stick around. Full disclosure though up front, real feelings towards characters, fictional plots, and the occasional dead author will surface, so you have been warned. Coffee. If you know, you know. And now a little bit about me, because this is an intro video. I grew up loving books. I would read what other kids would read, I guess. Winnie the Pooh, which I was not a huge fan of as a kid, but I grew to appreciate as an adult. Peter Pan, Alice in Wonderland, what else? The Wizard of Oz. It's my absolute favorite. It's magical. I love that book. And I remember the first book I picked up that was not a children's classic was Jane Eyre, and this book is still so special to me. This book is so dear to my heart. I love that book. I will reread it this year. It's been far too long. And then I remember the second book I picked up was the Catcher in the Rye, and to my parents' dismay, I spoke like Holden for a couple of weeks, and that was something. And then I got into the other big names in classics: Jane Austen, Orwell, Steinbeck, Hemingway. Shakespeare we used to study a lot at school. But yeah, and then I grew up, I moved out. Reading thinned out in my life. I got really busy, but I would still read a book or two, especially if I travel and I would go on vacation. I find myself reading a lot on airplanes. I cannot sleep if I'm on a flight. I don't know if you guys are the same. But yeah, and then flash forward a decade, I guess, and I underwent knee surgery, and I had to stay on bed rest for 6 weeks, and this is when books found me again. And this is, I think, around that time, first 2 weeks, I discovered there's a corner on the internet dedicated just for books, and that was Bookstagram. And I was like, what do you mean? It's just about books? Like, yes, sign me up. So this is how I started on Bookstagram. I think that was 3.5 years ago. And then I signed up for BookTok, but I'm not very active on TikTok, to be honest. I do enjoy Instagram more. I feel, at least in my experience, it's a lot more conversational. I have made so many friends on Instagram, friends I actually talk to on a daily basis now, and friends who have become real friends, not just bookish friends. So yeah, I think since then I've been reading a lot nonstop. The first 2 years I would buy every single recommendation I would see on BookTok and Bookstagram and BookTok. Honestly, especially you, BookTok, you owe me. Like, you did me dirty on a couple of these recs. I did find some good gems that I wouldn't have picked up on my own, if I'm being honest, but the majority of the books I was influenced to buy were not really, at least I didn't enjoy them. I did always say I wanted to diversify because I do read a lot of classics, but you know, I did diversify. Not everything is for me. I have to admit that. It took 2 years and, you know, a few bucks to realize that. But now I know better. So I do a lot of research before buying a book that's not normally in my genre. But anyway, it is what it is. So yeah, at the beginning of 2026, I saw a lot of people doing those 26 for 26 challenges, and I decided I want to do the same. So I built the most insane list of 26 chunky classics for this year. But life is busy and I am not reading as much as I used to, not intentionally obviously. So I've fallen way behind. I am trying to pick up the pace. But then I realized my goal is not to actually, you know, compete with anyone or read 100 books a year like I used to. I want to read more intentionally. I want to spend more time with certain books, at least not all of them, especially some of the big classics. I want to enjoy them and I want to retain what I read. So it so happened that I started East of Eden either last September or last November. I honestly don't remember much. it's been so long, but this has been the most rewarding reading journey of my life. And I think it's partly, the book is great, but I think it was also partly because I took it slow. I think I will do a whole video about East of Eden. I've already done a very brief one on Instagram. I wasn't even done reading it yet, but I have taken so many notes, so many annotations, and this has been honestly amazing. So I'll do a whole video on this because I also read this with it, Journal of a Novel. I don't want to talk too much about this here, but this made me realize that I really want to do more of this with the other books I want to read. So I'm selecting books more carefully now. I'm deciding how fast and how slow I want to take things, and it's no longer a numbers game. You know, it's no longer meeting the Goodreads challenge. In fact, I actually dropped the number to 50. I think I'm not even gonna hit 50 this year. I'm way behind. But yeah, so reading more intentionally, I think, is the goal. And I've seen this a lot with a lot of friends on Bookstagram. Everyone is saying the same, like, you know, we need to slow down and not rush things anymore. And I think this is honestly, at least for me, this is more important than the quantity and the number of books that I read every year. So what to expect on this channel? I think it's the usual bookish mix of reading vlogs, reviews, book hauls, recommendations, shelf tours. I have some really nice collections I would like to show you, and some fun challenges as well. Maybe you would like to do these challenges with me, I don't know. And for the past 2 years, I've been working on something that is almost ready. So I've always wanted to study literature. I never got the chance to study literature in school. So I decided there's no reason why I can't build my own curriculum and give myself the education I never actually studied in university. So I built my own curriculum, and that curriculum actually spans English, American, Russian, again, my favorite, Irish, Scottish, and international canons, honestly. It's still going to be chronological, but I might not do it chronologically. I'm still deciding. So I think I'm gonna do, obviously when I start it, I'm gonna work on a video and share with you, and maybe some of you would like to tag along on this journey and create your own curriculum. I'll tell you how I did it. So I'm really excited for that. I think this was the main reason behind this channel, because I can always share reviews and bookish thoughts on Substack and Instagram. I wanted something that was more of a reading journal for me as well, even if no one gets to watch it. But yeah, this is in line with, again, what I said earlier about reading more intentionally, and I want to get more out of the books that I read. And so yeah, I think this is it regarding what to expect. I mean, I'm not really a creative person. I come up with all sorts of ideas, so you never know what this channel is going to turn into. It's definitely going to stay bookish and travel related though. So if you want to tag along, I would be happy to have you. And now, before I sign off, I don't want this video to be really long. I do blabber on, by the way, so I warned you. I'm just gonna tell you quickly what I'm reading now. As I mentioned, I finished East of Eden actually the day before yesterday, and Journal of a Novel. Next up on my list, I'm actually starting Race and Beloved today. I'm trying to do more of companion reads. That's something I posted about on Instagram, and I think I did a bit of research and I found a lot of books that sort of complement each other. And with Beloved, which I'm reading with some bookish friends for our silent book club, I'm gonna read Race, which is also by Toni Morrison, a nonfiction. And from what I read, it should sort of give me a lot of context about the Beloved and where Toni Morrison is coming from. So I'm really excited to start that today. I was suffering from a book hangover after East of Eden. I couldn't start reading anything yesterday, and I always have matching. So that's I don't know, a vice, a quirk. I always match tabs to my books. I'm a bit crazy that way. And 1984. I can't believe I have not read this yet. I think I will start this just as soon as I make a bit of progress on Beloved. And this is one of my big ambitious goals for 2026. I actually did start reading it. I think I got almost halfway through the first book. I have the Everyman's editions. So I do intend to finish this year. I have read Anna Karenina and I loved it. So this is one, I think this will be the biggest book I finished this year. I don't know why I do this to myself. I mean, this pain is self-inflicted. I end up starting so many books at the same time. I am a mood reader, but I do tend to stick to what I start, even if sometimes it takes me 9 months like it did with East of Eden. So I don't know, let me know if you do the same, or I think it's the same because I see this a lot. And this is Moby Dick, which I've also started, and I think I got around 60 or 80 pages in. No, 64 pages in. This is a very nice edition, if I'm being honest. However, it does not have any notes or introduction, and I normally love introductions, so I'm really thinking about grabbing the Penguin edition. From what I've read so far, the prose is beautiful. I was really enjoying this book. I know I hear a lot of people say that this book is boring. I haven't gotten to that part yet. The prose is beautiful. I think Melville is an amazing storyteller, so I think I will really like this one. I pulled my own hair. I think this is it from me. I hope you stayed this long, and I hope to see you again in the next video. And this is it. Thank you so much. Bye.